Good afternoon and welcome to the Early Edge in 5, powered by SportsLine. I'm Grace Remington, and you already know what to do before we begin this show. Please like this video. We are at 39 likes. Okay, that's good. 40. Good job, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 100 likes by the end of this stream. And go ahead and jump in the chat. Remember, you got to subscribe to SportsLine YouTube channel. It is a sub-only chat, so subscribing is your ticket into the party. All right, guys, don't forget, more picks from our Early Edge cappers every day on CBS Sports HQ. Tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern, you got M Squared and Kenny White. And then at 8 o'clock for the nightcap, it's Allan Bell, Emery Hunt, and the maestro, Larry Hartstein. You can watch on the CBS Sports app, cbssports.com/live, Paramount Plus, and Pluto TV. All right, guys, let's start the week off with some winners and bring in the crew here. We got the full duo of frickin' frack this time, AB and Mike Barner. Thanks for being here, guys. 10 MLB games to get to on the schedule today, but first, Team USA back in action. We're getting to the end of the group stage here in the Women's World Cup. Just to set the stage for you all here, the U.S. women's national team can advance to the knockout round with a win or a draw against Portugal, or with a loss, plus a Netherlands loss. They can win the group by beating or matching the Netherlands result. Look at that beautiful graphic. So that's what we're rooting for at 3 a.m. today. USA, pretty chalky favorite here at -410. The spread at 1.5 in favor of USA. So, Specty, you are now our World Cup expert. What's your play for this one?
Yeah, there's never a better time to be yelling at the TV at midnight or 1 a.m. time over here than for the U.S. woman. And you really took my explanation right out of my mouth. I said both. I'm going over 2.5 goals for the U.S. and Portugal at -120. And that's because we're going to assume that the Netherlands isn't going to be upset by Vietnam, which means that if Portugal draws here, the U.S. are going to advance. And a draw for the U.S., even though they would advance, they're going to have to go through either England, France, and possibly Germany as well to get to the final. It's a much easier route to the final of the World Cup if they finish atop of their group. So it's going to be all offense here, lots of goals, because they need to have, if they have the same amount of points, they need the goal difference. That's why we're going for that attacking mindset. We have the U.S. scoring over 2.5 goals themselves, and then we have Portugal scoring 0.7. We got a 62% probability of this happening. That gives you a 7% edge on the implied odds here. Everything I got is pointing to over. We're going for that tonight.
Love it, Specty. Hit it from every angle there. Always educating the crowd here. Let's get to the diamond, guys. Mike Barner, how about you start us off today?
All right, so first we'll go to the Padres-Rockies game. We'll do Manny Machado over 0.5 RBI at -130. Now, he usually bats cleanup. He's got Fernando Tatis Jr. and Juan Soto hitting directly in front of him, so that's a lot of traffic on the bases. That's helped him record 62 RBI in 90 games this season. Great matchup for Machado. He's facing Austin Gomber, 7.19 ERA and a 1.57 whip at Coors Field. Machado also crushes lefties. He's batting .337 with a .547 slugging percentage against them, so I think there's a lot of guys on base ahead of him for Machado to get at least 1 RBI. And then let's go to the Yankees and Rays game. We're going to do Aaron Judge over 0.5 walks. Yeah, that's a sexy wager at -135. He hasn't looked rusty in his return from a toe injury. The first game, he had 3 walks. The second game, he went 3 for 5 with a home run. Look, the reason why I like this is the rest of the Yankees lineup is terrible. There is no reason to pitch to Judge in any situation that matters. As it is, Rays starter Tyler Glasnow has issued at least 2 walks in 6 of his last 10 starts. So we'll take Aaron Judge to get at least 1 free pass as they look to attack his terrible teammates.
Love it, Mikey B. Going from San Diego to Colorado is like the biggest difference in elevation you can get. So I'm always backing hitters when I see them in that situation. Alicia in the chat says, what a perfect crew on PM. Thank you, Alicia. We are even more perfect because you're here today. And then Mike M., viewer Mike M., not M squared, says, smash that like button, everyone. We are at 85 likes. That's good. All right. Can we get to 120? I don't think that's too ambitious for us, guys. Okay. Back to baseball. Allan Bell, the infatuation with the Braves continues. What are you on today?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So the last 24 hours, Grace. All right. I went through no phone, no internet, no Atlanta Braves. Seriously. I just went 24 hours of doing that, and it was hell on earth. So we're coming back. We're back in the fold here. First off, we are going to take the Braves race to 4 runs at -140. Look, I don't want to play the Braves team total over 5.5. 5.5 is just a difficult number to get to consistently time after time, even though I think Atlanta is going to have a pretty good day or night, however you look at it. But we're going to play them raised to 4 because, again, the Braves are the best first inning hitting team in Major League Baseball. Next, we're going to go Matt Olson over 1.5 total bases at +100. Excuse me. We're not going hits, runs, and RBIs. His number, although it's set at 1.5, and I really, really, really like that, especially against Griffin Canning for the Los Angeles Angels. I don't want to pay the juice. It's already gone to 160 at some books, and it's going to continue to climb. So we're going to go 1.5 total bases. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Matt Olson goes yard today, but any type of extra base hit, that gets us there, or 2 hits, you name it. So we're going to go Matt Olson there. Lastly, we're going back to our dog here. Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, -115. Leadoff hitter for the Atlanta Braves. We're going to get every single opportunity possible. Not to mention, he's the only person in the Braves lineup that you can't pitch around, all right? Because you've got Ozzie Albies, you have Austin Riley, and you have Matt Olson behind him. You've got to get at him. Not to mention the Braves' back half of the lineup, 7, 8, 9, can get on base and hit as well, giving us plenty of opportunities here for our boy Acuna.
All right, love it. And Atlanta, also the best hitting weather of the day. So like your summary there about Olson going yard, winds going directly out to center field, 9 miles an hour. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so apparently that's called the AB special. We have all types of renditions of the EC special. Now we have EC playing the AB special. So please explain, EC, what is going on here?
Yeah, Grace, I just couldn't help myself. I had to play. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So here you go, AB. We're going to roll with the Brewers stack today. So here's 3 picks. We got Carlos Santana over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Sal Frelick over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. In the Brewers' first 5 innings at -0.5 a run. All right, let me explain all this. So I was looking for a way to fade Jake Irvin of the Nationals instead of playing his earned runs over 2.5, which was like -165. So all of these fall between either -140 or -145, which is a little too juicy for me, but we can do it. Throw it in some parlays. You guys will be happy. All right, so Irvin has given up 3 or more earned runs in 5 of his last 6 starts. Lefties are hitting .280 against him this season with 9 home runs. He's given up 10 of his 13 home runs at home, games being played in Washington. All right, so why are we going with Santana, who's hitting 3rd, and Frelick, who's hitting 4th? So Frelick is over this in 4 of his 7 MLB starts, despite a couple of offers this weekend against AB's Braves. But he's 7 of 23 in his brief MLB career. And he's over this, I think, as I said, in 4 of his 7 games. Santana just got traded to the Brewers. He's over this in 5 of his last 7 games. 11 of his 13 home runs have come against right-handed pitching, including one yesterday, his first as a Brewer. And by the way, for the last bet for the Brewers' first 5 innings at -0.5 a run, Corbin Burns, their ace, former Cy Young winner, is starting. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in 6 innings or more in all 5 July starts. I feel like Jake Irvin of the Nationals gets blown up. I feel like Corbin Burns does well, and we get some production from the middle of the Milwaukee order in this ECAB somewhat special.
Hey, I gotta ask here.
Yeah,
AB said he went 24 hours, no phone, no internet, no Braves. 1 week, you had to go without one of those things. Which one are you picking? No phone, no internet, or no Braves bets for a week?
Yeah, no phone. No phone. Easy. Easy. It's the only one that brings stress in my life.
That was a great question, Specty. I was hoping the chat would bring this up. Sorry, EC. But Zach Phelps says EC wearing a new undershirt. The horse racing must have went well. Guys, I wish you could hear what we were talking about pre-show.
I'll repeat it, Grace. So the wins were small, the losses were big, and there were no almosts. It was one of those weekends. But somehow we still have 2 shirts, so roll with that.
If you're admitting a bet was not an almost loss, that means it had to go pretty badly.
It was bad. I mean, it was just, I was making confetti out of my betting slips, Grace. Just rip them up and throw them in the air.
Okay, well, hopefully we will not be turning our betting slips from tonight into confetti tomorrow. Let's get to the recap screen now. Specty, with our World Cup play, he's got the U.S. women and Portugal going over 2.5 goals at -120. EC with the AB special with a trifecta in the Brewers game. Carlos Santana going over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI at -140. Sal Frelick over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI at -145. And the Brewers on the first 5 money line. Mike Barner has Manny Machado over half RBI. So he just needs 1 RBI at -130 and Aaron Judge to get 1 walk at -135. And the real AB special right here in the Braves game, Matt Olson over 1.5 total bases at even money. Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, RBI at -115. And the Braves race to 4 runs at -140. All right. Got a well-rounded betting slip right there, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Early Edge in 5. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. This crew is back at 4 o'clock. And as always, don't forget to tune in to CBS Sports HQ at 6 and 8 Eastern to see the rest of our cappers live bet the board tonight. For Specty, EC, Mikey B, and AB, I'm Grace Remington. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the pay window.